You've heard about wide mixes. How do you get all this width? Well, actually it starts not in a mixing process, it starts already in the composition phase. That's where width come to play. The elements that create width are all the high frequency elements such as guitar, piano, drums, vocals, sound effects. Elements that doesn't give any width are usually kick and bass because they're low-end elements, and the higher up you come in a frequency spectrum, the more width is available, and the lower you go, opposite. The main principle for everything that has to do with width is contrast between the left and the right side of the mix. The more differences there are between the left elements and the right elements in the mix or in the composition, the more width you will have available to tweak. So if you have a piano left and you have a guitar right, those are two instruments with different textures. Even though they're playing the same thing, they have different textures and tones attached to it. Even if it's the same tone in the same octave, in the same scale, with the same chord progression, you will have a different vibe to it, and they will be contrasting because of texture. If you have one piano which is dark on this side and you have another piano playing the same thing but at a higher pitch on the other side, you will also have contrasts. So dark, bright, one texture, another texture. And the more panned the left and the right elements are, the wider the mix becomes. Same goes for vocals. The lead vocal is typically dead center, mono. So if you only have one lead vocal, you would have the song dead center. And if it's an a cappella, you won't have anything on the sides, in theory at least. And when you put in some backing vocals, you will have some backing vocals on the left side and some on the right side. Say that you lay down a 16-bar verse, one lead vocal, and then you do backing. Then you should at least do two versions of the backing. If you want a narrow mix, and if you don't want it to be a lot of width there, you do the backing with the same tone and texture and pitch. You do one backing for left side and you do one for the right side, and you don't do anything different between those two. Then you will get some width because there are two separate takes where you land your syllables a bit differently. Even though you know your verse in and out, you do it slightly different because there are two separate takes. However, if you want it to be even wider, you can do one dark on that side and a bright on this side. You will get a much wider mix in total. So the contrasts between left and right is what amounts to width in a mix. And that's really it. Everything else that you can do with Imager plugins, chorus plugins, phaser plugins that will widen up the sound, ensemble plugins, you have a plethora of plugins that will make your sounds sound wider. What they basically do is they employ differences on the right and the left channel. So they split the signal into two, one on the left, one on the right, and they do slight tweaks on each. So the plugin puts a small delay on the left side and let the right side remain, for example, or they do some random stuff. I don't know. There are different algorithms. Example of such plugins are, for example, Ozone Imager, and you have some Soundtoys plugins that do roughly the same. You can get some free plugins from Kilohertz. Everything that I mentioned, I've linked in the description. And I'm wondering, what do you do to get wider mixes? Let me know in the comments below. Do you do anything of what I've mentioned, or do you do something else? It would be nice to know. If you like videos like these, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I would invite you to download my free mixing cheat sheet. The link is in the description, where I give you 15 cheat codes to a better mix and my mixing workflow broken into 10 steps that you can play along with and get instant results. Download it. Link is in the description. free. Let's do it. Now, to my final point, and that is send effects. You can do some pretty cool things with the send effects to get more width in your mixes. And that's setting up a send effects that only has audio on the left side or only on the right side. Instead of simply putting up one send effects goes to a reverb, you make two send effects into two reverbs. And the one is on the left side, the other is on the right side. And then you tweak the reverb on both. Maybe you use a different reverb from two separate companies even, and you tweak them a bit differently. Play with the time button, play with the high and low pass filters, and with the pre-delay and with the delay algorithm, room, plate, chamber, hall. If you want to learn more about the whole concept of send effects, hit the link there. I think the link is there. The link is there. You can go check that out. And if you do, I'll see you in that one. Peace.